Welcome to Still Plays Galaxy of Heroes. This is Grand Arena, the final match of Season 34 and the final match of the year. Last round we got a loss. 5 GLs is a little bit much for my roster to handle, and we're getting to a point as some of these massive rosters from Kyber 1, as they filter downward, the deficiencies in my roster are no longer being outweighed by my strengths as much. The goal was to climb back into Kyber 2. We would have needed both of these wins in order to achieve that. So we're going to be just shy of Kyber 2 as we finish this season if we get the win. Quick recap with Gundam here. My defense did its work. It held up and prevented a full clear. He had a somewhat shallow roster. It's just extremely top heavy and very thin below GLs. He's also missing a number of critical conquest characters, and I could not get through this final wall here. But there's a couple changes I could have made. The Vader I could have paired with my Watt to have not get stuck behind the cooldown problem. I decided to gamble with it and didn't get the RNG I needed. And then I tested Wampa here up against Jabba. I could have thrown him in up against JMK, and without Cat, maybe would have had a shot. Either would have been interesting to see, but I decided I wanted to test out Wampa up against Jabba. At the point in the match I did that, it wouldn't have altered the results. Getting out of here. With the Grand Arena bracket, my opponent is Zill. He has a roster that's about 400 GP more than me. More Zetas, but he has way more GLs, so that is expected. Omicron's is right in the average for this bracket at 10. I'm tied with 3 others for the most. GLs are 6 GLs. I think he is here partly because he's not participating though, and with 2.5 hours left in this Grand Arena, that is holding true. Relic units are good, something we need to be concerned about, but he is going to have a lot of those relics being those GL related relics, so there will be some vulnerabilities there. I will have some characters at relics that he won't. That's the trade-off. The depth of his roster with the Gear 11 Plus is pretty good at 175, so he's not going to really run out of weapons. With mods, his mods are pretty excellent. This is pound for pound the best mods of this bracket, with his top 25 averages of plus 26.56, that's the best, and the top 500 of plus 16 speed on his top 500 characters. That's second to me, but second best in the whole bracket. With the counts of the mods, we're pretty close. I've got advantages on the 15 plus and the 20 plus. He has the advantage on the 25 plus. He's good at modding. You can also tell from the quantity of 6-dot mods, he's not getting to these counts by just having an excessive amount like this guy at 378 or 348. There's other people off screens with like 400 6-dot mods, but really bad counts. This guy has good counts with a lower amount of 6-dot mods, so he's careful and knows what he's doing. His datacrons are good. It's probably something I want to talk about more in the future. Is there has been a lack of participation in the current sets of datacrons, partly because I think a lot of players don't have characters that will benefit from them. That is the wrong way to be approaching datacrons. You should still be working on datacron sets that you don't directly benefit from, because when they expire, you will get resources for future sets that you might care about, and you can reinvest those. Now with GLs, the one he doesn't have is Sith Eternal Emperor, which is usually nice because that's an easy one to handle. He has the difficult ones to handle. And I think the reason we're matched up here is partly though because he's not playing. Because if he were playing, I think this guy would be winning the bracket. Now, the Omicron portion, we're looking partly for the Omicrons, but also largely for which characters he has or doesn't have. He has all 3 Malgus Amis, but no Radis, Iden, Savage, and Traya at levels that we really need to be concerned with. And he does not have the Omicron on Iden, so he's not really going to be able to utilize that character, and he's missing some critical weapons. He does have Ben Swolo, though, with 2 Amis, that if he has Rey on defense, we do need to be a little concerned about. He is a good character when paired with Rey, and perfectly usable, I find, with JTR. Now, with the rest of these characters, these are all in a good place, with his Maul, Cat, Echo, etc. And no Profundity, but that was clear from the lack of a developed Radis. Now, looking at the hotbot, the bird's eye view is pretty heavy on his end. Looking at the guild GP is slightly below mine, but pretty good. The clears and undersizes, this is that serious metric, is suggestive of somebody who is not participating, especially when you consider the quality of his roster. These are very low numbers, but you do see players who do participate who just play just enough to win, and you can get results like this. So it's not always indicative. Now with the mods, we looked at the relic distribution is the other thing I care about. This is interesting, is a lot of his relics are weighted towards the lower end of relics, which is going to help me out. It's the higher end that where a lot of my weapons and counters stop working, because we have a lot of lower gear counters that we lean on. Rey, SOKR, JMK, JML, this is all fine, nothing's excessive. He's got speed advantages on a number of these characters, but I've got the speed advantage on Cat, so if we have to resort to a JMK counter, that'll be good. Let's check out his roster in detail. Okay, let's hit this. In terms of his 300 plus speed characters, BB-8's at 301, Second Sister at 299 or 298. So he is running at me with 22 characters. And he has Grand Inquisitor, which is semi-notable. Checking out the defense. He has not attacked with just over 2 hours left. It's the holidays. I didn't touch my defense, and I haven't prepared for this. Here's a quick glance at what I'm using. This is the same as last round. That's that Sana team I should have taken off for testing purposes. It's useless on defense right now. Maybe at higher counts, but at 3 stars she just dies and it doesn't do anything. Now here's what we gotta deal with. Starkiller, Jabba, Grievous, Malgus. Ugh. Now down below we got more pain in Lord Vader. We got Qui-Gon, Phasma, Dash. So some manageable things and some very difficult things. It's the Lord Vader Datacron, so we're gonna play this the way that we've been playing it. We'll be softening it up with GMK and cleaning it up with Fennec. I'm looking forward to the end of this Datacron. Not the spot. We'll just throw something in with it. I can't believe we're not getting another set of having light side relevant Datacrons. Okay. At least we might actually get through this, because this is a version that is more manageable. It doesn't have the scaries of Vader or Maul. We can focus over on Thrawn at a much earlier stage. And so he will be less of a concern. I should have basicked it, but whatever. Well, I'll hit Tarkin because he's got the turn meter manipulation. Okay. We got a lot of dots. Should have a dispel coming up on Kenobi. Jeez, God. Alright, that's not great. Probably use my Shock's T dispel early. Okay, I probably should have went with the armor shred on Lord Vader. Guess that can't do anything. Yeah, this is about expected. We'll just auto from here. Then we'll bring in Fennec so she can do her job. Defensive Player of the Year. The Datacron. Back to it. We got Fennec, Boba, Bast, and we throw in Zam for the stats, and Grief because he's required. We got our taunt. Let's throw on a healing immunity. That's not going to do anything, so we're just going to basic. We do that. I'm going to taunt to refresh the frenzy. Now we'll call in the assists. Get rid of the daze. Go for those shreds. Okay. Nice. We still need more shreds though. Getting closer. Okay, this should be it. Alright. So Qui-Gon, that's actually kind of annoying. Yeah, it's kind of annoying. Let's do Jabba. Only issue here is this is usually my Starkiller counter. Not that we can't find other Starkiller counters. Let's just bring in some bodies. Alright, weapons tech on Vader. This is what I should have done the last round. Let's compress that. I need to see better. I haven't even done the Grand Inquisitor event yet. I've just been busy with the holidays. I'm going to probably do that after this. Just as an aside. We're not taking any chances. We are just going to put on as many dots as we can possibly put down until we start taking characters out. Or we hit some ridiculous numbers. Looks like Bosch will be the first one to go down. Just got to be careful to click off of Curzantin so you don't end the merciless massacre. At around 100 on Jabba, I'll start feeling like throwing sabers. Alright, I'm gonna throw in a basic or two, just kind of get a feel for where we're at. Good. Sure. Oh, I wasn't paying attention to the clock. Okay, we're just gonna chuck this. And I'm gonna auto. There we go. We're probably going to gas and then try and... We'll gas Malgus, see if that gets through. It might, since it's only Relic 5. And then Traya if we need to clean up, but because of that, we might do that later. We're at a point, though, where maybe I just Jedi Knight Revan the Qui-Gon. Because Night Sisters, we have to deal with the risk of a mark from Jedi Knight Revan that could just mess everything up. It's not worth doing. I'm going to save the rest for other teams. Although if SLKR is on the back wall, then I may have messed up. Do I want... Let's just take him out. See, that's annoying. Yeah, let's just do it. I want to make progress on Anakin more than I want to do anything else. Sure. It's so useless. So useless. See if we can take out Revan. Good. Revan's the one that's a concern. Kind of interesting that this guy doesn't have a Relic Revan. Not that I guess it's required for anything. Alright. Sloppy, but it worked. No, we use Night Sisters up against... We could just nest this, can't we? Because there's no Amis. There is Kylo, though, and I don't like to do it with Kylo. Maybe if I had higher relics on my nest, but it doesn't... Kylo messes it up for me from time to time. We're just gonna Night Sisters this. We're not gonna use Night Sisters elsewhere. I guess technically we could use Night Sisters up against that Grievous team. Yeah, nothing here is a threat. No heals, we want to die. Finally. Now we're driving the health and damage. This is where we'll see the actual progress. Dispelling, I want to get away from that taunt. You know what, we're going to revive because I want to dispel here. Okay. Yeah, First Order Officer's the first domino. As soon as he's gone, we can start dismantling this pretty quick. Because Officer's the engine. And then I just go after the characters that are easy to take out. Sure, take a stagger. Mass assist, hopefully we get a stun. Perfect. There we go. Shouldn't really be used without the Omicron. Now dash. You know, Revan would have been nice up against dash too, though. How else do we want to deal with this? We got a big AoE. See, this is where I usually get into trouble, where I don't want to take something good up against something that deserves to have a good counter. What can Savage do up against this? We got heals, we got Vandor. I don't think Savage does it. I think Savage just gets stuck behind L3. This is tough. Yeah, this is a tough choice. Maybe this is a spot for my Starkiller. You know what? We're going to do Malgus. Because if gas goes well, then we don't need to worry about my Traya. But I don't have a great gas team, so this is always RNG for me. Although this is a weaker Malgus. And we've beat better ones than this. Okay. We're getting through the protection very quick. Which is not great. I'd like to make a little bit more progress before I go down to my knees. Yeah, this is terrible. All right. Okay, let's get down to the yellow. That's terrible. You're just gonna rip me apart right now. I'm gonna go after Malik. Yes! Yes, 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 yes. I'm probably gonna do something stupid next round, though. Because I got like a frog in my throat today. All right. Okay, so last round we used Traya lead to clean up Malgus. It worked great. I'm going to do something dumb now. Because I want to see what happens. I want to do Nihilus lead. Because this is something that I talked about. As I want to see what it does with Malgus. We've seen what it does up against Dash. It worked great. Now I want to see what... I want to bring in Dooku. Now I want to see what it does up against Malgus. And I've seen from some of your comments that it didn't work for you guys. I'm using it in a cleanup scenario, so I'm hoping. I need to see it for myself. Which is a little dumb because we know the Traya lead works. But my issue with Traya lead was the Annihilate didn't get going until late. There's no way to trigger it going early without the protection up from these characters. But you can see here, we already have Hatred, so we know it worked. Except the cooldown, maybe, or I guess maybe it triggered on on Cyan because he went below 90, and Nihilus hasn't yet, and maybe we won't. I like what Savage is doing with this. Oh, we should take out Talon. I wonder if this would have worked fine to start. pretty nice. The big difference here with the Traya lead is, or without the Traya lead, is we don't get the dispel from Traya. I like this. Okay. Savage is getting to a point where he's doing a good amount of damage. We don't need the hatred. It's not going to help with the cooldowns. I'll leave it alone. We're losing a ton of clock, though. That's a concern. Alright, that should be Talon. Ooh. Beautiful. I don't know, I'm pretty happy with this. I kind of wish we would have done it without gas. Is that next time, but unfortunately that's a month before we can try it out in a 5v5 setting again. We'll do it in 3v3. But it's not going to be the same. The problem with 3v3 is we're not going to have Savage, and I do think Savage adds a bit. Because Savage can still dispel under these circumstances. Alright, we're just going to auto from here. So the big notable thing, though, is we're not really getting the Annihilate situation that I was hoping for. And at Gear 12, you'd think that would be easier to do. This is still kind of working the same as the Traya lead, but the big issue is without the Dispel of the buffs, we're struggling a little bit more. We would have won it already. We beat a like Relic 7, 8, or 9 Malgus last time doing the Traya lead as the cleanup. And now we might time out. Right. Everything looks like a timeout right now. So maybe we won't try it again. Nah, I'm still going to try it again. Let's be serious. I'm still happy with it. Okay. Not awful. Alright, we're going to throw in remaining bounty hunters for the cleanup, which should be safe, but not without risk. What else will be the last one? We'll throw in Greedo. I like the turn meter removal. Maybe it should be Embo, though. I want to save IG-11 for, or IG-88 for droids. It's just I like Greedo with Bosch. Yeah, let's just throw in Embo. Okay, not terrible. Yeah, that's not good. Alright, this should be contract. Just gotta get back to Mando. Oh, no. Don't do it. I wish I had somebody else to call assist or something. Alright, I need... Just don't take out Mando. No. Yes! Okay. Okay. Great. At this point, this is bad batch. We're just gonna do it. Because the other cheap counters for Grievous are gone. The only thing is the Starkiller squad. How am I going to handle it? I guess we still have all my GLs. We can probably just, depending on the back wall, we may just GL it. Get the buffs. I should have targeted somebody else, so I could have put the whatever this is called target practice onto Grievous. That's the better option. Heal up Echo. Okay, this is where it's scary. Alright, we should be good from here. If we were going to lose this, it was going to happen already. It could still happen, but I'm feeling good. Does this dispel? I didn't think so. We need to get back under stealth. I think this stuns. Right? Yeah, that's the stun. Which was good at timing. Let's heal up. We'll swap with Wrecker. I just want the turn meter. And there's the target practice. Pretty late in the match for it to matter. There we go. Whoa, we gotta go check him out. Looks like he's attacking. And did pretty well for himself. But it looks like Fleet may win it for me. So 3 shots up against Mon Mothma. Two shots up against Qui-Gon. Obviously no problems back there. That's a bunch of waste. Up front here. Or not front. We'll see if he attacks. We'll check in later. Assume he's in the middle of things. Now, what do we want to do here? I'm thinking Starkiller. The alternative is maybe JML. Because here's the thing. If he has a GL on the back, my JML's not... No, I guess I still have a decent Jedi. Yeah, we could that would be a GML squad. That's still pretty good. Yeah. Yeah. The thing is though, we did we use JMK yet? We used JMK, right? We used that from the start. Yeah, with Fennec. Thing is, Starkiller can still take out a JML. So if we try and throw JML in up against that Starkiller, it could go poorly. So maybe that's not the way we want to play things. And on the back wall, it just depends on how he likes to play the back wall. This is because I'm going in blind. I didn't do any Grand Arena history research. I think I'm actually going to take a check of it now. No one's gone to his back wall, so there's nothing even learned from his Grand Arena history. That might make him have a softer back wall. It looks like he saves his GLs for offense though, so I think he's done. Alright, we're gonna... I kinda want to try Wampa. I don't want to do any of those. I don't feel... I'm not thinking Starkiller anymore. I'm thinking Maul or Wampa. Okay. That's my data ground. Okay. We just need an auto. Not liking the debuffs. I might start adding a little more tenacity to my Womps. The higher you go on relic levels, the more you can add tenacity instead of health. But we're also getting tenacity from the roar. I'm gonna check where we are on cooldowns. Okay. We just need to ramp up dots until we can take out Vandor. Is the concern here. Okay. Okay. Come on. Get crazy, Womps. This tenacity I'm not liking. Because we're not landing dots. We're not making the progress on Vandor that I need. Yeah, this might be a timeout. The day is what's really messing us up. Because if we could counter L3 more, we would have a little more flexibility on our own turn. Yeah, and that's unfortunate. What's tough is we're not getting dots onto Vandor. Because he's always got tenacity up. Probably needed to stop messing with the auto as much as I have been. Yeah, this isn't working. Can I get just one big whomps? Just one big whomps. No. See, we're getting to a point where I need more of a plan for dash, which a lot of the times we've been able to get by before. If I had better troopers. But we're working on Sith Eternal Emperor, so my troopers will get to a level where they can start working there. Do I want to do this? I kind of... It's just how I'm going to get through that Starkiller team. I feel like using Starkiller here. The reason I don't want to use Maul is because I'm going to throw Captive onto L3. And if I throw Captive onto L3, I'll lose my Hondo. I'm going to do this. I don't like it. There's added stats here, and the cooldowns are a little messed up. Let's make sure we hit that stagger. I want some stuns. JTR ROLO. This looks like nonsense. We got a weird Bastila team that makes no sense. A ROLO team that makes no sense. And a JTR team that is JTR. We're going to do some testing. Because this guy's not going to full clear me. What do we want to do? Let's do the serious stuff first. I think what I want to do is Maul up against Starkiller. Because we're going to have Hondo, and I want to see how that is going to affect this play. And we'll clean it up with JML. And JML will work fine as a cleanup if things don't go well. Okay, because Hondo with the Ami, he's going to start right away. He'll trigger the Frenzy. Although, that's not great. Old Ben, why you gotta mess with this? Fine. We can do one hit, but the second hit is going to hit Old Ben, the taunt. We're not making enough progress. I'm going to try and take out Palp. I hate it all. See, we can get stuck into a stagger cycle. Yeah, this is over. Oh, and old Ben is back. Come on, man. Fine. Well, this is what I mean. We're at a point now where we don't have a lot of teams left, which is why I was concerned about this stuff. I should have Grievous on offense by now, is what this is really determining. Let's do Plo. Because Grievous would give me a nice Starkiller counter, and without the Vader Datacron, it's time. But it's just, I gotta start messing with relics on my Grievous, which I've been avoiding. Let's just do this. Okay. Yes. Turn meter. Okay. Alright, that eliminates that concern. Well, let's just blow everybody up. No, don't do it. Okay. I don't know, I feel like she's causing more problems at this point. Okay. Now we can have a good time. And do the nonsense, because all we need is a full clear to win. Let's see what he set down for his fleet. Maybe we'll even do it first. That's some serious nonsense. Yeah, let's just clear this, and then we'll have fun at the end. I'm not talky today. Let's see here. So we clear the stealth, get the marked, focus down on Cad Bane. We get some good RNG, eliminate it right away. Now we can make progress. We'll do basics. The wiggle doesn't do anything. So without any debuffs to be concerned about, we're not going to mess with it. And Houndstooth can't gain turn meter from attacking other units, so we're just ignoring it. We're going to bring out another unit. I'm just deciding which... I don't like to have the Phantom with it. I don't think it adds anything. The extra unit is not really necessary. I like to be able to call out assists early and work on bringing the ultimates or pseudo-ultimates, getting them usable earlier in the match than without. Okay. Sure, let's get rid of the marked at least. Now, because the taunt was gone, I should have attacked Razor Crest, but I just am used to the taunt being there, so I did that. But not what I should have done. There's the ultimate. Exec is gone. Victory in hand. Just eliminating these things. Let's just hit auto from here. None of this matters. There we go. Perfect. Headache gone. He doesn't have Profundity. Now he doesn't have Executor. He has nothing that can clear my fleet. Pretty big weakness for a roster having so many GLs. This is one of the things that I talk about, where these ships, especially these like pseudo GL level ships, are worth more than GLs are. And as much as this guy has been investing in getting Jabba, getting Lord Vader, it doesn't matter because he doesn't have those ship investments. He would have been much better off being like a 4GL player with both the Profundity and the Executor available. And I think it's deceptive. He feels like, because this guy actually does win a good amount when he decides to play. Like a lot of his losses are, he just took that game off. And so he probably feels like he's in a good place, but he's going to cap out. Like he's probably struggles in Kyber 2 without having the GL ships. Okay, the critical move is coming up. Here's the critical move. Do not bring out another Vulture droid. You gotta bring out a third ship. I'm gonna go with taking out Vader. Now we can eliminate that bomber. We're in a decent place now. We lose one ship. We can still lose this, if, depending on who the capital ship targets with the ultimate. Okay, we're taunting, that's good. I need to be taunting. I'm a little worried about this turn. Okay, it's next turn, There, that's a win. Alright, let's Raven's Claw this. I guess that's more fun than anything else. We'll see if anything even happens with the Phantom. What are you doing? Do you not have the Negotiator? Why is... This is weird. I guess Rex? He must not have the Negotiator. I'm very perplexed. Alright. That eliminates Rex. See, here's what I like about Phantom, even though the Ghost is not here. Like, the Ghost synergy I don't care too much about. What I like is that you can bring this ship out, do the target lock, heal up Biggs, and then next turn we can bring out another ship that matters. This is some weird nonsense. And I like Ghost with Profundity because it calls the assists. It can call Outriders for the assist, and that's a nice synergy there. Just nonsensical. Trim meter, and there we go. Fleet board cleared. Now here we'll have some fun. We can have fun. What do we have? There's droids to test. Technically there's the Afra droids, but they're not really all that good. Like there's solos that we can. What do we have? I wish I had Sana. Maybe we don't have that much fun stuff to test. Yeah, there's actually not that much. Most of it's been used or is not available. I think JTR is the toughest one, so we're going to throw in the Hutt Cartel there. This should be plenty easy for them. Alright, does this go through Foresight? It's got to, right? Yeah. No, it doesn't. Okay. Next time we'll remember that. Okay. They're doing pretty good with those Zetas. And the Finn, what the, there it goes, it's over now. Without being able to taunt, like I should have taunted that for, no, we already had the taunt. It was the Dispel that really broke this down. It's the Finn Zeta was cycling so much turn meter and negates a lot of what the Hutt Cartel does. It's fine. Let's do droids here. This is the last thing to really test. The question is, you know what? Let's do it. Let's do the Afra droids. I just don't think they're good without Afra. I don't think you can temporarily put them under sortie. Yeah, they're just killing us. That did nothing. Taunt. We should have. Where's my AoE from T3? There we go. This is nothing. Doing nothing. Alright. He's got tenacity up, so I'm going for Poe. This is a nonsensical team that he's put down here. Where's his BB-8? See, I think we would have won with just a normal sortie droids team. At low stars, BT1 and 000 just, they're not up to it. And that ability from sortie is kind of useless. I kind of hate it. I also hate that Zeta from L3. Alright, I don't think we have anything real. Yeah, there's nothing to test. That's it. So we're just gonna clear this board. We just want another one of those protection up, the dots and protection up. Here we go. Because there's only 2 characters benefiting from the Basilisk Zeta. This would be much better as Karth. And it still has mission and Zelbar, so I have enough benefit from using Kylo here. Heal up. I guess we don't get any benefit from that Datacron with Kylo. The armor shred. Why is T3M4? I forget. You know, that's what's causing this problem. I forgot about that. T3M4 does make Kylo not work. I just saw the nonsense and decided to do it. Alright, we're gonna nest this. Unless this messes that up. I'm trying to think about nonsense to talk about. Alice in Borderlands Season 2. Binge that real quick. Talked about it before. I love a deadly game. I really enjoyed Alice in Borderlands Season 1. It's a show, though, you can't think too much about because some of the game design within that show falls apart if you think about it too much. And there was like a 2-episode stretch in this current season where it really didn't make sense if you thought about it. But it's just for fun, and it's a very fun show. It's a show I recommend, but I don't know if there's too much I want to say about it. Like, if you don't know it came out before Squid Game, but it was a little ignored. It doesn't operate as on the same level that Squid Game does. Like, it's not saying anything about society. It's not as deep or as thoughtful. It's based on a manga where it's just this guy is transported somehow into an alternate dimension or reality or whatever it is. It's a little unclear, and Tokyo is empty of people. And then suddenly you need to start participating in these games in order to keep living. And it's that basic and simple, and it's just fun. Let's just JTR this. I'm done. Without fun stuff to throw at this, I don't care anymore. All that matters here is once we're under stealth, we're fine. Let's throw the days on mission to stop the assists. I'll eliminate T3, and now we can get things going. We might lose Scavray though. Great. There he goes. I'm taking him to relics pretty soon. Ben Swolo. Then he should start blowing up peeps. Alright. And we got one more body to clean up. We can throw in almost anything to clean up that other team. Alright. But we should already have the victory secured now. Yeah. Oh, we got dash is somewhat fun. I guess dash and some nonsense. Although JTR is somewhat effective up against dash, if you don't have at the right levels. Not that this team has a chance. But had it been a full JTR team, JTR can do some work. All right. And we are done. A victory to end the year. A 2-in-1 week. Not quite what we wanted, but not bad. Still punching up against these rosters. Nice showing by Zill. I don't think he even attempted a battle here, but let's check it out. Yeah, he doesn't have a chance there, so he gave it a shot. Let's wrap it up there. I got a lot more to work on with the channel. We got Grand Inquisitor stuff. We got Profundity, LVT videos to make. We've got a methods video I've been trying to get out this entire month that keeps getting pushed a little bit with the holiday pressure. So I'm going to keep pushing and try to finish the year off with a couple more videos and start the next year off with a few more. But thank you for watching. Be safe out there, everyone, and be excellent to each other. This is Still Plays Galaxy of Heroes.